Leagues 5 Raging Echoes is now just a couple weeks away from release, and starting today and every day leading up to the final release on November 27th, we will have either a teaser or a reveal video, basically just leaking something new just like last year, giving you a ton more insight on how you want to plan your Leagues 5 route. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into what today's reveal is. And there we have it. Day 1's reveal is all 3 of the Tier 1 relics. And honestly, I'm incredibly happy this is the route they went with. And if we head over to the old school homepage, we can actually see a little interactive menu that gives us a ton of more detail about each individual relic. So let's go ahead and dive in using these. With the first one we have is the Power Miner. This relic will give you the Echo Pickaxe, which basically will act as a non-degradable variant of the Crystal Pickaxe, but without any of the mining level requirements. It'll work whether in your inventory or equipped. Even upon failing to mine a rock, you will have an additional 50% separate chance to succeed. Obviously, as you saw in the video, items gathered for mining are automatically sent to your bank. The pickaxe will cause the rock to not deplete until you have mined 4 total ore. This buff does also stack with existing mining gloves, meaning you can reach a cap of 7 ores from any given rock. And then the extra couple things on the end, collected ores are automatically smelted and will give you smithing XP. But an even more interesting one, gems gathered for mining are automatically cut and will give you crafting XP regardless of what your crafting level is. Obviously, gem rocks aren't the greatest things in terms of mining efficiency, but if you absolutely hate doing some of the early crafting game quests, you can easily bypass that by just mining a few rocks if you do go this relic route. Next, let's jump over to the Lumberjack. This tier 1 relic will be centered more around fletching, woodcutting, and fire making. Just like the last one, this will be a crystal equivalent axe without any requirements. And then you have the ability to toggle between automatically burning logs for fire making XP or automatically fletching logs into arrow shafts for fletching XP. And then one final additional benefit with the Lumberjack is you will never fail to make fires with any logs at any level. And then for the third and final one, we have the Animal Wrangler. And this relic will automatically bank your fish. Fish caught have a 50% chance to be automatically cooked. You'll attempt to catch fish 1 tick faster. And then a final interesting one is this will also work with fish that don't require a harpoon to be caught. And this harpoon will be a substitute as a net, a big net, a lobster pot, or any other rod you would use fishing. And then this relic also has some benefits with Hunter as its 3rd skill. Hunter traps will never fail. Box traps catch chins faster. Chin chompas are doubled when caught, giving double XP. That's a very interesting one to have back. Empling jars no longer break, and you never burn food when you are cooking, which is convenient, which would apply to the 50% of the fish you catch that aren't already automatically cooked. So there we have it, all 3 of the Tier 1 relics being the Animal Wrangler, the Lumberjack, and the Power Miner. A much different approach to the Tier 1 relics than we've seen in the past, essentially offering the Trailblazer tools from the original Trailblazer League, which was like a Tier 5 relic, but with a slight twist and right out of the gate with Tier 1. And just in terms of initial thoughts, I can easily see all 3 of these being highly comparable. And unless I'm missing some strats off the top of my head, I think these are going to be fairly competitive in terms of which route people go. Mining in terms of offering the extra access to not depleting ores definitely drastically increases its AFK ability. But outside of money making and really using it to do something like making cannonballs, if that's even something you have access to with your regions, opposed to something like the harpoon with the fishing relic, having food is just such a big requirement when it comes to doing anything in leagues, not to mention the secondary effect of Hunter being the 3rd skill this relic accesses. And just like the others, this does depend on your region choices, but double chins is a very strong aspect to have in one of the Tier 1 relics. There definitely will be some really good synergy regions with the Lumberjack. If you do pick a region like Zaya, Fire making XP is not something that's going to be very hard to come by when doing things like Winter Tot. If they do happen to return with some of the late game XP tasks, offering more points for XP milestones like the 35, 50, 75, 100 mil XP, using this relic with the auto fletching and Winter Tot could be some very good points, and something that lasts a lot longer than just the early game meta. Overall, I'm very interested to see what strategies and ideas people come up with for their routes in terms with these tier 1 relics. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed anything or if something really stands out to you as one of the better benefits. Just out of the gate with an early opinion and not too much extra thought into it. If I had to pick one today, I would go with the Animal Wrangler route. But I guess we'll have to see what other reveals come in the upcoming days and weeks. That'll really define what my best plan of action is. If you guys did enjoy this first day 1 reveal or you are excited for Leagues, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and like the video if you found it helpful. Otherwise, I will catch you guys tomorrow with the next reveal.